Okay, so now we've completed the angel, we need to place the head first before we do anything else. So we'll need the two pearls, the large and the small one, 14mm and 6 or 8, and your head pin. And you'll also need some pliers. Okay, I'll just fetch the pliers. Right, some standard flat nose pliers, jewellery makers obviously, and a pair of chain nose pliers. Right, you place your head pin through the smaller bead. Okay, now I find it easier to grip it with my chain nose pliers, like so, and then push it through the hole in the middle at the top of the angel from the inside. So you can just see the hole there. I'm trying to do it at a strange angle at the moment. Okay, no, I can't really get it through there. Right, so your hole is just about there. It's right at the very beginning of the body. So you just push the head pin through, let it drop, get hold of it on the other side. Okay, so your bead is in the inside, it's not going to allow the head pin to go anywhere. Right, now you need to place your 14mm pearl onto the head pin. Bit tricky this. Let it drop down. Then get your chain nose pliers at the top, right next to the bead, and just bend the head pin at 90 degrees around that, the tip of the chain nose pliers. Alright, so you've got a little gap between the actual bend and the pin. And now further up the chain nose pliers, take the pin around it and under. I'm doing this at a strange angle, so it's not the best demonstration, but it gives you the idea of how it's done. Right, okay, so you're making a loop and it's crossed over itself. Now I grip it with the chain nose pliers. You can wrap some tape around it if you want, and with the flat nose pliers just take the tail of the head pin around the post underneath your loop. Now when it gets smaller, I actually find it easier to pinch it around with your pliers. So just pinch it around, it will tuck itself under. If you've got a sharp edge on your head pin end, just file it down carefully so it doesn't cause a problem. But it will be tucked behind your halo anyway. Okay, so just pinch it underneath there, and I'm sorry I'm going off screen, but I'm doing this at a really odd angle here so that you can see it in the camera. Okay, I'm just pinching it underneath there like so, and I'll just straighten this out. This isn't the best demonstration I've ever done, but it's more or less what you can, so you can see roughly what to do. You're probably better at it than I am actually. Right, so just straighten it out. You've got a nice hanging loop there for your ribbon or cord, and that's the head fixed to your angel. Okay, which is just what we want. Now there is another little tip that I'd like to show you regarding the bottom of the skirt. So just bear with me and we'll get everything ready to show you. So while we're working on the wings and the halo, we'll be needing somewhere to store your angel safely, keeping her skirt in shape. And I find that the tips tend to bend over if I just place her directly on the table, and I'd rather keep it nicely in shape. So this is what I do. Okay, so find a piece of card and cut and mark out a circle roughly 4.5 inches across, or 12 centimeters. All right, approximately that measurement. And this is what I do actually. I use my hamburger press. It's perfect size. Okay, and then you cut the circle out, and then you need to find the center. So the center is about 2¼ inches that way. Reference it at the other angle, roughly the same, and that's about the middle there. Alright, and now you're going to need to cut towards the center, okay, and again about 1/3, just take about 1/3 of it out. Alright, and then you fold it round like this, just check the size on the angel. Alright, and then check again. This is what you need, holding it in place. Now you can fasten it with a piece of tape, or I'm just stapling it because it is literally only a temporary thing, so it doesn't really matter so much. But if you want to make it permanent, then use tape, but I'm just using stapler for that. And then, okay, and there we have the angel sitting on the cone quite safely, keeping her skirt in shape. Now, you can also use this, of course, to store the angel on and display her rather than hanging her up. So if you want to put her in a cabinet, that's fine. This cone is perfect for that as well. You just need to trim it to the length of the skirt. I've done this about 1/4 inch longer than I needed to be. So just trim it up to the length you want, and she's ready to be displayed as well. Okay, so that's your tip of the day, and we'll be ready to come back to the next video where we'll be making the wings. So catch you then.